Vlogul lui Andrei Clenci dubla 8. Barcă. S-a luminat barca. Dispare. Barca a dispărut.
Now, if you clicked on this video, you probably like skiing a lot and you're thinking about becoming a ski instructor. You've come to the right place. I'm gonna explain you in as much detail as I can how to do that and why. So let's go. Personally, I've been skiing since I was 3 years old and I've been a ski instructor for almost 8 years now. Damn, 8 years. And I feel like I'm in a really good position to tell you why you should become a ski instructor. Now, I'm just talking from my perspective, from my personal experience so far. I can really tell you that it's a very fun job, one of the most fun jobs in the world, and it's very, very rewarding, especially if you like working with kids. Because kids make up at least 85% of the entire ski instructor business, maybe 90 even. 90% of your entire students will be kids. So you really have to be able to work with kids. You have to be patient sometimes and you have to be nice to kids in order for them to have fun and learn something. Let's get into how to get there. Now, this road on becoming a ski instructor might not apply to all countries. I've been a ski instructor in the beautiful country of Austria for the past 8 years and I can tell you it's a pretty easy way to become a ski instructor. The easiest thing you can do is ask a ski school that you know or you've heard of if they actually need some help without any qualification, and try it out for those 2 or maybe 3 weeks, whatever is more convenient to you. And if you like it, you might actually want to get a degree in that, because there are really many ski schools who are looking for people who are looking for ski instructors throughout the winter, especially for the very busy weeks like Christmas, New Year's Eve, and also in the middle of February when there's lots of vacations and there are lots of kids coming into ski schools. Pretty much everyone is wanted at ski schools during those periods. I know several people, myself included, who actually started being ski instructors before doing those scholarships. Do you call them scholarships? Schoolings? I think schoolings is a better word. Keep in mind though, without a degree, you might just be not a ski instructor per se, but just a worker at the daycare somehow-ish. I mean, you're probably gonna teach kids how to ski, but you're most probably gonna work together with an actual ski instructor and you're just gonna assist them. You're probably just taking care of the kids that are not so talented. Now, the ski instructor ladder consists of 3 steps, or 3 levels if you want. First one is the basic level, let's call it level 1. I think it's easy enough. The beautiful German word for it is Anwärter, which I don't know, is not so nice to say in English, or I don't think there's even an English word for it. But yeah, that's the first level that you're gonna achieve, have a diploma and call yourself an official ski instructor. In order to get that diploma, you have to sign up for this schooling that I was talking about. It usually takes about 10 days. It costs around 1,000 euros. 10 days on being on a slope every day for like 5 to 6 hours. And of course there are some theory hours too, like about 2 per day. Then you take an exam, a theory exam and a practice exam, and it's lots of fun. You meet many people who are crazy about skiing every single day, just like you maybe, and you're just gonna have some fun, you know, being on a slope every day. What more can you want? Now, with this first degree, you're mostly gonna teach beginners. In these 10 days, you're really gonna be taught on how to teach those things to kids, mostly to adults too. So you do a part for adults as well, which is equally important, but you're mostly gonna have to do with kids, like I said multiple times. And really for kids, for beginner kids, it's really the easiest part or the most rewarding part of being a ski instructor, because they're mostly parents who do not have any expectation for their kids to have during that week, and then if after 3 or 4 days you go up on a big slope with their kids, they're gonna be so impressed and they're gonna give you some tips too. Now, with beginners that are like 3 or 4, it might be more difficult. If you have a group of only 3-year-olds, you're gonna spend the entire week getting them to do the snowplow or, you know, the pizza. But if you have like 4, 5, 6-year-olds even, or 7, you might wanna get on top of the hill with them, at least after like the 3rd day. And they're gonna be able to do that, trust me. You sign up for a schooling or a course, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. You spend 10 days with other ski enthusiasts learning about being a ski teacher, which is really fun. you take a test, a theoretical test, which is pretty easy, the people that really want you to pass, and then the actual exam on the slope, which is quite easy as well. So most of the people pass all these exams and become a ski lehrer under. Yeah. Now if you want to go on level 2, you actually need this level 1 first, obviously. Now to have the full level 2 diploma, you will need to pass 4 exams in total. The level 2 is called Landeslehrer, and it consists of 2 parts. Landeslehrer part 1, part 2. Then there's Alpine course, where you mostly go off slope, and you need a snowboard level 1 as well, which for most people, me included, is off the table, or is really hard to obtain. I know if you're talented, if you can snowboard already, it will be a piece of cake, but if you don't, it is a pretty steep learning curve. For me at least it was. Now in this level 2 course, it will be 10 days per part, so you have those 4 parts, it will be like 40 days, but at the end of that, you're gonna teach more advanced students, so more advanced kids most of the time, and also adults. You're gonna have to be more technical in the way you speak and the way you teach, which might be more challenging, because for level 1, for beginners, for kids at least, you just say, now we do a pizza, okay, and then we stop. Nice job, Timmy. If you have a level 2 and you talk to an adult, for example, which might very well be the case, you really have to explain every single detail on why you're doing that exercise, what exactly the person is doing wrong, and how exactly they can correct their mistake. So you're going from the basic doing always snowplow to on how to lean into the curve so you can be more dynamic, or basically just how to get faster and faster and how to do the curves shorter and more dynamic, like I mentioned, so that it looks more professional to the eye. Now personally, I've only achieved 1 of the 4 parts of level 2 because I needed to improve my technique a lot in order to pass the second part. I'm not even gonna try doing the snowboard part because I really cannot snowboard, but maybe in a few years, who knows. Also, if you have level 2, you can actually teach instructors to get level 1, which is a pretty good deal, because if you work for the actual organization that teaches new ski instructors, you'll get much more money than you will get from a ski school. Now the last level, staatlicher Skilehrer, or state ski instructor, which is the level that the least people go for, or pretty much only people who want to open their own ski school have to be one of the best skiers around. It is lots and lots of work, costs lots and lots of money, and you need to be the best skier possible. And really there's no actual need until going to level 3, unless you actually want to open your own ski school or want to take over an existing ski school. Otherwise, completing level 2 should be more than enough. Some places that I recommend doing this schooling for level 1 or even 2, if you go into it, is the SBSSV, which is the organization of the Salzburg state in Austria. I did both of my schoolings there. They're exceptional. The teachers, or yeah, the instructors were pretty cool. It costs between 1,000 and 1,200 euros for those 10 days respectively. It was a decent amount of money, it wasn't too much in my opinion. You also get, or yeah, in some ski resorts you also get housing included in that price, and even the ski pass. But yeah, that was pretty much it. This was how and why you should become a ski teacher. I really hope I convinced you into going into this direction. It's a very rewarding job, like I said. When you see a 5-year-old kid who has no idea how to ski on the first day, and then after 1 week you get them on the top of the mountain going alone without any problem, maybe even going backwards, is the most rewarding feeling of all time, especially when the parents acknowledge your hard work that you hopefully put into that week. If you ended up enjoying the video, slap a like on it and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, the link is down in the description below. There's some content about being a ski instructor there as well if you want to check it out, if you want to see why I think it's a very rewarding job and probably the most fun job in the world. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you today, ladies and gentlemen. Have a wonderful day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.